Live.
Okay.
Hello there, and welcome to this best of three first round series between Tomakaze. That's right, it's the American in the American suit from America. He's playing in GCS. It's his third GCS appearance. He'll be at the live event in Denmark. And I've got Ed 80Hz, who's a friend of Tom, to bring us this series. Hi, Ed.
Let's go. Hey, Matt. Hey, Twitch chat and future YouTube viewers. This is going to be an absolute slobber knocker. We've got the old versus the new, folks. The old school being in Tomakaze. He's been around longer than the game exists. Think about it. And Kid Charlemagne, aka Jibber Jabber Jobber,
Yep.
is locked in the old sweaty Soviets. So we've got Soviets versus Austin. No one really wanting to go too crazy in game one. But yeah, best of threes go fast, Matt, especially when you're against Love Nest. That's what I learned from this tournament. It's all over in a flash.
Ed 80Hz answered the call. He was one of the 4 people I asked to round out the 12 people brackets to make them 16. And Ed paid the price. We sacrificed him. We sent him straight at that HMG.
I took on the easiest one in Love Nest, so I've only got myself to blame. But no, great play to him. But what it made me realize, Matt, was the first engagement so crucial, especially sandbags as well. And there we go, Kid Charlemagne, aka the Jibber Master. Bam! He understands how strong conscripts are behind green cover. He slapped down that green sandbag. Very hard to deal with until Tomakaze gets a mortar or 222 and a pack gun.
Yeah, it is the sweaty meta, the familiar factions of Soviets and Wehrmacht on the map that was vetoed into existence last time as well. Amelie Field seems to be ever popular with the players. May have to, start telling them which map to play on rather than letting them veto at this rate if we keep getting the same Amelie over and over.
Yeah,
But,
lack of Feynmanville is really
disturbing.
strong. Yeah, I'd really like to see that a bit more, but whoa. What we do see is 2 conscripts face to face with 2 single grenadier models. That ain't a good matchup.
Oh, and this isn't a good engagement for Tom. Why is he doing that? He needs to retreat. I can say, by the way, Tomakaze's got a lot going against him. Not only is he just about top 80 versus a top 10 player, not only is he from NA, so I don't know. It's not great. It's actually not bad. It's 2:30 in the afternoon in the UK, so it's about 9 AM for Tom. But Ed, he's playing from a hotel. Did you know that? He's not playing from his house. He's on business travels, yeah.
True, Chad. Hopefully he's got something better than dial-up, because yeah, his reactions have been a bit slow at the moment. His MG42's facing back towards his base, next level meta, but wasn't able to make it work.
Yeah, he's trying to catch this conscript out, of course. Yeah. And in the north...
Steals the munitions, though. More victory for the Pioneers.
He's connected it as well, and the Pioneers are going to play a game now, but there's a flamethrower, and they don't like to play games.
Me and Tom, shared a lot of 2v2s together throughout the years. Given a lot of people free elo all over the place. But one thing we both have going for us, Matt, is we stay till the absolute last millisecond possible with our retreats. And he's done that with his Pioneers here. Total blockage, no holds barred from Jibber, but isn't able to pick off those Pioneers.
Oh, MG's setting up, but he's going to get around the cone of fire. He's going to vault over it, the fence, I believe. There you go. MG's now caught out in the open. Does get a burst of suppression off on one conscript, allowing this Grenadier to continue fighting, but don't know how advisable that is.
Grens might go down in the middle. They got absolutely surrounded and pounded by so many conscript models. They could have got trapped there, Matt. That would have been a hellacious loss for Tom so early. And already, sandbags being plopped down from Jibber, and this is just the difference in someone who plays the game constantly in this meta at the moment. In Jibber, oh, 548.
He got a kill.
Just get a model.
Yeah, the kills are 11 to 10 at the moment. It's not horrendous, but what is horrendous is, of course, this map control.
But I'm darling you. It's so hard against Soviets. Look at this, 4 cons and 2 combat engineers, but one of them with a flamer, and as soon as that flamer hits, Matt, it's like a Mach 10 truck in the early game. And it can be reinforced the whole way. There's just so much versatility with conscripts, and that's why they're so strong and preferred at the moment.
Yeah, certainly are. Back in base, got the healing up. And he's just going to retreat everything for now and come back onto the field ASAP. Meanwhile, we've got
using the
MG.
green cover against him though, that could be Tom's way back in, Matt. Do you like that in the mid?
Yeah. Not too shabby.
Cheeky
Got a-
telemine down as well.
Yes, that could be vital.
like
It's in a
that.
really good position as well. He's hoping to get flanked now. He's hoping that something tries to flank him and it hits it. It's not in the most oftenly placed position either. It's usually a little bit farther east than that. So yeah, it's really going to be a nasty surprise for Jibber Jabber Jobber. Going against tournament rules, playing under not his real name, but it is GCS, more of a party-themed event, so we'll let it fly, Ed. We won't get the Gestapo out
Just
on him
this
quite
time,
yet.
who knows? It could be Ricky or any other Dutchman playing as him, but
Okay,
I'm
so you
pretty
want me
sure.
to ban Jibber and allow Tomakaze to progress?
Yeah, give
I
him a
see
bye.
what you're
There we
saying,
go.
Ed.
Anyway.
Whenever there was fair play issues, Ed was always the voice of, no, he's innocent, it's all right. But now it's Tomakaze playing. It's like, ban him! Get rid of him! It's not even his real name!
Clear the path. Tomakaze coming through.
Anyway, here we go. We've got a good push from Jibber. He walks over the tower. He does have a mine super over here, but he's probably going to be constructing tier 2 and 3 with that, I imagine. Try and get that on the field soon. There we go.
How did he get away with that though, Matt? Or you just don't have refs for this game?
Yeah, I'm just reffing it all myself. It's not really getting away with it as such. They just set up and I've just finished casting a best of 5. I'll tell him to change it after this one.
Yeah, Ipkai Fung's inner ref is kicking in already. He's going ballistic, Matt.
Rules is
Gonna have to
rules,
cool
mate.
him down. Yeah. One rule for him, another rule for others. But yeah.
We've let it.
was
We've
just
let
a
it
work
slip
party.
in the past. You just usually tell them after game 1. Anyway, 4 Grenadiers of Tomakaze, but he's not doing too bad actually. He's got 8 kills on one. He's got 6 on the other. He's weathered this early storm, I would say, Ed. Not too
But
shabby.
Whilst weathering it though, he bleeds 100 and nearly 50 VPs, and that's just so rough for Tom to have to take. So he's already mega handicapped on a defensive faction in
Yeah.
Oster. So it's gonna be a good old capping VPage mini game from here on out for him.
Seems that way. I mean, he's getting the pack in good time. We've got tier 3 being built in the north. Let me get my script on. I don't know why it's gone down to half speed. There we go. I was wondering why they were building it so slowly. There we go. Malfunctioning keyboard aside. We do have tier 3 coming out. Is it going to be... He's got a lot of fuel as well, Ed. Go for 2 T-70s at this rate.
Yeah, but I don't know. We saw in the other game with the Angry Dutchman, T70 isn't quite the monster it used to be, it feels, Matt, and only ever slows you down for your tier 4s. And
True.
in step the Ziz guns to plaster over the cracks until then, usually. But we've got 18 ace tech and a flickety flack half track for Jibber. That's cool.
Yes. Very good. He's got the munitions as well. 90 needed for that quad mount. Looking to eviscerate him. But don't forget about that tower mine. Very bottlenecky area of the map.
Yeah, Tom has branched out though onto the yonder with the Grens to decap a fuel. So solid play there, but by doing that, you leave yourself open to the horde of Soviet conscripts. 3 squads of them on the right-hand side of the map.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Here comes the M5. Quad mount's about to hit. Grens aren't going to want to stick around, and yes, indeed, Tom looks retreat.
He had to fight his inner
Territory
Tomakaze of 2019 there, and he did actually retreat. I think he'll get home alright, but this is absolute powerhouse moment, power spike. Jibber here.
Oh, where are
Uh-oh.
the Grens? He needs a Faust to protect
Pack
this
up
pack.
facing
The pack's
wrong way.
facing the wrong way. Indeed it is.
I think he was going to go for the sandbag, but that was not the time to be shooting at sandbags.
Oh, the Chad, he's been decrewed.
Oh,
And suppressed. And it's game, Ed. It's got to be game. Because that's going to be a stolen pack.
Soviet pack there, which can reinforce and everything. And but it can't sit barrage, man.
No, it can't reinforce with the quad mount, mate. No, but that's the one
Grenadier very
saving
low.
grace. One
I
saving
think
grace.
he's going to get home under the cover of the MG42 there. Oh, sneaks home. Tom
That's-
doesn't have healing yet, Matt.
He has to pray that
rough
this
times.
2-2-2 is the best 2-2 of all time, Ed.
Yeah, 2-2 on the field. Winnable, winnable.
Our territory.
Just a flesh wound.
No, it must have been like 1945 HQ for the
sector.
Axis.
Using the blood camo as well, so he knows which way is front and back at any time. This is an elite pro gaming move.
The bunker is now a field hospital.
Looks so much more armored than it actually is in the game, doesn't it?
Yes, it looks like
Looks
a
like some
beast.
Robocop mobile, but then in reality, like conscripts could pretty much take it down.
Yeah, they
Here we
just shoot
go.
him in
Bit
the
of
mouth.
fence crush though for vision. Respect. But 18 aids were teched, remember, so that is a good old snare 2-2 versus the Kraut Mower.
Oh, and speaking of which, he's got a huge salvo in there. It may look to get the kill. He does.
Yeah, interesting push there from Jibber. I don't think he would have done that had he not stolen the pack, so it's the old snowball effect, but another Faust goes in. I think that's just a Faust in anger though. The old remake of Don't Look Back in Anger. And
Faust
he
in
does have
anger.
meds, he does have meds now. Grenz will be healed up. And he just desperately needs another pack gun. Maybe resets. But yeah, tough times. Just more sandbags than you can count from Jibber.
G. Dot in chat. NA, we're just happy to be here.
Oh, America
Enemy
first.
forces are securing our
Feels to
territory.
leave. But no, I just think that
Considering
the
like
big
the
rush
strengths
was
of the American economy, how good they are at sports and everything, how come they're not that good at esports in general?
strength of the American economy in one sentence.
Maybe it's because they're not all playing competitive, sweaty computer games all the time, like the Europeans. Why is it though? Because they invent half the games.
What? Why aren't they better at RTS? Games?
Oh, that's true, Ibkai. They do have bad internet, don't they? They have like a oligopoly or something on the internet. They can only have Comcast and somebody else, Time Warner. I don't know.
I think they're too busy just dunking on people, bro, on first-person shooters usually.
Oh, true.
Is
Yeah,
my
they play a lot of
forehead
FPS. Yeah.
analysis of, but there's a lot of good NA players that would slap us about, no pobs.
Oh,
But
definitely.
it's
Just
just
at the
a
elite
different
level
level
of many
yeah.
computer games, there's not
Yeah,
many
yeah.
NAs. It's always like EU versus Korea, innit, and stuff.
There's
Maybe
the
I'm
great
wrong.
white hope of Von Ivan,
Oh, what a legend.
the
Where is
Jerry
Von Ivan
Cooney
these
of
days?
Go2.
Have 2 points remaining.
Hiding. I don't know.
Waiting.
Reblobulating.
Are seizing a sector.
A lot of mines here though, down from Jibber, just cementing his position here, and those green sandbags, which Tom wasn't able to get the pack gun onto early enough,
Sector has been
are
cut off.
coming back to bite him now. But look
Yeah.
at this. This all stems from that first early big con rush down the middle. Tom spread out early, whereas Jibber concentrated his forces, made sure he won that first engagement map. And
Yeah.
it just snowballs from there. That's what I learned against Loveness. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that one pack being positioned incorrectly is costing it, just like it cost Tightrope that game in round 1 as well. Just one mistake with your first AT gun, and you can put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye.
True. Here we go. Finally, the sandbag is getting dealt with, folks. This is what we all tuned in to see. Oh, he missed the sandbag.
Now, hey!
Ooh, laying a mine where you just sweeped a mine. 7,000 IQ from Jibber there. Telemine swept up and replaced with the good old Soviet. What is the Soviet mine called?
TM35.
335? Yeah, 335. I love how the mines have names in this game.
Jeffrey, I should have just said Jeffrey. What is the
Yeah.
Soviet mine called?
Big Jeff in the middle.
Our
wish
lines
I
of
was that
supply
funny.
are disrupted.
So this is kind of over, unfortunately, for Tomakaze.
Yeah, but Jibber did unearth a new route with those conscripts that are retreating up the right-hand side of the screen there. Look where he went down on the right. I don't know if I can ping to you, Matt.
No, sorry, no.
But there's a gap in the hedge.
Oh yeah, I
Bottom
know the one
right.
you mean.
Yeah,
I
he
think so.
used that to flank down. That's next level gaming right there. And people think
Oh.
Jibber's going to take on Loveness. He has to get through Tom first, but he's looking up to the challenge at the moment with this display.
Yeah, that'd be the ultimate in the semi-final, but I think Jibber has to get through the winner of Hans Aziligath, and they play tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah, so we're still on best of 3 mode here.
Yeah, we've
It's
just
gonna
gone
be
from
endless.
quarterfinals back to round 1 because I just basically said to all the players, listen guys, whenever's best to play for you, we'll base it around you, so...
Yeah. So long as everyone's ready and in the position. As the little ray gun lights up the T-34 front armor. Sadly, it's all just Hollywood visuals. No impact. But there is a Grenadiers flanking. He might get the moral victory of taking out the T-34. No.
Oh, bless
Denied.
him. Ed, instead of going out in the sun today, do you want to watch your friend get destroyed in Company of Heroes?
Oh. Like, how can you beat Tomakaze like this, though?
Yeah,
He's
Jibber's
so good.
A lot
Yeah.
of players have got the players that have signed up for GCS3 and of course put their deposits down and got their flights booked already. Mate, they're training really hard to be fair. They're actually training and actually, you know, they want to really vie for this championship. So fair dues to them. They're looking really sharp.
Just turns out Battle Brothers and Dota 2 CrossFit training didn't work out for Kotu, so you do have to specialize your training, folks. That's what I learned in this tournament. It does help to actually play the game before taking on the best.
Wow. You should become a coach. And
Top two
Tomakaze taps out. What a gallant display in the early game, though. Well played. 17 minutes, 6 seconds, 1-0 to Jibber Jabber Jobber. Just a warm up from Big Tom, G. Dot says.
Yeah. Big NA comeback on the cards, folks. Don't write them out yet. Tomakaze, he just has a rageometer, Matt, and he's at his best at Go2 when he's most angry. So I think he's really pissed off after that Jibber's
It's an
dainty
ultimate
little
meter,
first
yeah.
game. Yeah, but
What is
Jibber
Tomakaze's
has
ultimate, though?
improved.
Yeah, Jibber's
His
ultimate these
ultimate,
days.
I don't know, just flying headbutt to the knackers. Just anything that
Boris
anything he
Johnson
can
style.
grab to hand. But no, Tomakaze is a great player, folks, a great fan. But I think he just needs to focus on sticking together a bit more, especially with Oster. You don't really want to split them up, and he ventured a bit too wide too early there. And Jibber made him pay for it. So if you just see the movement, folks, when you're watching the mini screen or the little squads, and where you position them and how you basically are going to be able to use the MG42, and we saw it out of position early game, and it's just a helter-skelter downward spiral from there, I'm afraid. But yeah, that's game 1. It's done now, though. All he's got to think is, right, fresh slate, game 2, still winnable. And we'll see what happens.
And we've got a treat for the fans in Game 2. Some much more interesting factions have been chosen. So that'll be good. It's nice to have a bit of variation. And we're going to get it, Ed. Maybe that'll be the excitement we need to really give Tomakaze the chaos.
I don't think he's a morning player, but here we go. Different faction already.
I gave
Same
him
map,
the option
and it
of
is a
going
tough map.
You know, I gave him the option of playing late today, and he said he wanted to play in the morning. So I don't know what that was about.
Probably just get on with his day. Nice sunny Saturday. Wants to get out and actually live a life. Touch grass, bro. Touch some grass.
What is grass?
He's not all like vampiric basement dwellers like us, Matt. So actually has a life now. But yeah. I think We've tried our best, haven't we? I think you even tried to put on a NA NBA jersey or something, but we've channeled our inner NA for Tom. Hasn't been enough in game 1 against Jibber, but we'll see what game 2 holds.
Oh, yeah,
Jibber,
sorry,
though,
Hans.
Matt,
There's like
most
custom rules
improved.
for the event today, mate. So you're in a best of 3. You get to veto 1 of 5. You get to veto the maps. There's 5 maps. I'll go through it with you when we start. Don't worry. I'll do it with you because I realise that you're a busy man, and I have 10 years of helping Hans experience in tournaments. But this is the first time I've ever seen Hans try and read the rules before an event. So, like, that's awesome. Everyone give Hans a huge. I think this is like party mode, actually.
Tournament winner as well.
Look at his face as well. Hans Derp. That's the first time ever he's tried. It's been.
I just had Loveness tell me all the rules when we had to organise everything.
Wasn't that like kind of eerie though? He's like, so now what I want you to do is bend down.
He's like, rules
Touch
are
your
rules. I was like, I
toes.
just want to play it. I'll just play anything. I don't care. And he's like,
No, he's like,
you must veto Commander. I was like, I don't even know their names, bro. Just get it on. Mills Lane stuff. But
he was like, now's the part where you die.
if he dies, he dies.
Yeah, basically.
But Matt, I swear now, that first game on Mill Road, I didn't think he'd pick Mill Road. That was a good surprise from him for me because I know he doesn't really like that map that much. But we're on Mill Road. I move my Kubel to go take his cut off. I'm like, boys, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to cut off the greatest K2 player in the world from his fuel. And then bam, there's another conscript there, and I was like, "Whoa, this guy is just everywhere."
There's a reason people used to.
I
once watched your mate. I once watched your mate Stu having gotten like trounced by him in Ultimate. He was convinced Loveness was a map hacker, so he was watching all the replays because he does that to you. I was about to show you guys, by the way.
Premonitions is great.
10 years ago, Hans was playing in tournaments. In this was like my second ever tournament, I believe. 10 years ago. I've been doing this. Me and him have been doing this for too long, and I remember he missed the bus, so we had to delay his quarterfinals game versus Tommy. He missed the semi-final. He missed the bus to go to the semi-finals. That was it. So he progressed chains to face Tommy. I remember that he misread what time it was. So him and I go way back. Yeah, I remember that.
Esports gaming, boys and girls.
Yeah, it's been 10 years. Oh, 10 seconds till the game's live.
I didn't know
Let's
buy
go.
was spelt with an E when you got a buy. Never mind.
Yeah,
GG's.
BYE. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Jibber Jabber Jobber Show. He's been renamed and rechristened and reborn as the mighty Dutchman alive in this tournament, because unfortunately the Angry Dutchman's heading down to the quarter-final losers showdown. And he's 1-0 up, Ed. He's looking strong.
And he's got a Kubel go faster bulletin as well, so true anime memes for Jibber inbound. But Tomakaze as USF, Matt, on the other hand, Rifle Company already locked in. Hopefully we see some sleazy 8s. And he can even get flamethrowers on his rear echelon. So true Chad choice here from Tomakaze and from Jibber, to be fair, for picking up OK dubs.
Yeah.
And
I think this is his go-to in tournaments, Ed. I think he's very proficient with OKW. He uses some really interesting commanders. Let's have a check on his first engagement.
G43 seems scary from Pansy Fusiliers, but we'll see,
Yeah, I think we would have already seen them, maybe, I don't know. Overwatch is a good one as well. We're going to have to wait and see. But Tomakaze's got a solid doctrine there. With the good old Rifle Company, with, as Ed calls them, sleazy 8's going to yoink that one. Definitely calls them that from now on.
Ooh, don't know about this though from Tom. Instead of trying to stand his ground behind that green cover wall, I guess he knew he was already going to get pushed out, but this Kubel doing a lot of work. Backed up by the stern post so closely. Nice stuff from Jibber. That's an interesting strat.
Yeah. Oh, and Kubel gives the covering fire for the stern pioneers to push in and take the fuel cut off. There is a rear echelon on the rear side. That's where they like to be.
It was Tomakaze who taught me rear echelons hit harder if they actually do hit. So against the Kubel, they're very powerful.
Oh, really?
Because it's a larger model size. So yeah, the rear echelons, you see them wrecking that Kubel.
Done a massive amount of health damage. Good knowledge by Ed. Stern Pioneers in peril as the rifles
Tom might get
gun them
wipe
down.
it.
Go on, Tomakaze. He's got a Stern Pioneer wipe.
Eddie's back, boys. Eddie is back. He's the cream of the crop. He's rising to the top. Whoa, there we go, man. Sternpire, eat the dust. I know this is mega hellacious bias casting, but we're just having a
No,
laugh.
I don't think you came across as biased there, Ed. No, you're doing a good job, mate, honestly. No.
To be sure. But no, the Sternpire push behind the sexy, sleeky Kubel was nice play, but just overstayed his welcome.
He did. He got too cocky. He was playing around with one model, which is a typical elite level move. Like when they're up against people that aren't quite as good as them. They're trying to flex. Oh, I've got one model. He's got loads of
Typical
health.
Dutchies, always showing off.
Basically. Yeah,
Thought he was the non-flying Dutchman.
We made a country underwater. Yeah, they just that wasn't a very good Dutch accent. But anyway,
the old Russian Dutch alliance. It sounded there. 50 cal already on the field. I think Jibber's got to be really ruining that mistake. It's just stayed a bit too long.
Certainly did. He's rebuilding the Stern Pioneer. He's going to have to take things more slowly now. This will be what Tom needs. He's playing his USF, which lends itself to fast, frenetic, aggressive playstyle. And having a good start as USF is like a drug. You just need more of it. You need to keep up the aggression and keep up the assault. And if he can do that, he may be able to get a rare underdog win in GCS3. We've only had one so far, and it was Findeed versus Refero.
But for me, he's not even an underdog. You know, he's NA's finest. How can that be an underdog? He's the best NA player in this tournament. Think about it. He may also be the only one, but that doesn't take the fact away. Double 50
When you say NA, I feel like it's like not applicable or not found. The error you get in Excel, like
too many audits in your life.
We're doing this is an Excel joke for all of you. We're doing a VLOOKUP to find an NA tournament player, and we can't find one. We can't find one.
Error. Find and replace.
Anyway, Folks Grenadier is holding the line for Jibber right now as the 50 cals are coming out en masse. He has the fuel, I think, but no, yeah, he's already got mechanized platoon command post, so he's doing a double rifle, double 50 cal strat. Interesting.
No ambo though, so healing of the old rifleman. Really painful at the moment, such as the USF woes, having to pay fuel for their meds.
This lieutenant isn't teching for anything. He's just holding the line for now, trying to get the 50 cal time to get in position, but the Stern Pioneers and Folks Grenadiers do not care. There is, however, a second 50 cal. That'll stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, but behind green cover now. They made it to the promised land. Tom should even probably just not overcommit to this and head out west to reconnect his fuel, but Jibber's baited him in hard here. Yeah. Now, despite losing a Sternpire, he's dictating the pace again.
He's just had better timing and faster reactions than Tom thus far, and it's just allowing him to manhandle him.
Yep. Or you could just say Blob's better. Yep. Because that is one hellacious sized blob. All 4 squads.
Don't talk about yourself like that, Ed, please. You're my friend. I want you to have self-confidence.
30.5 stone blob of gamer. Gamer pace.
Stuart's on its way. I have to tell you what, this Stuart could clean house.
Yep.
Could have a great game.
Now Tomakaze is also an astute historian, so he'll know King Stuart and his powers. And if it hits Vet 3, it's like a PPSH.
He's gonna rebuild the dynasty. Arise, King Stuart.
Yeah, just wait till Tomakaze hits the Tudor age, boys. But at the moment, that's just a little cubble for Jibber. He's made it work, hasn't he? It's going to be the old Love Nest surprise Puma.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got mechanized there. Yeah,
I
indeed.
know, so I
Ooh,
know.
Stern Pioneer's caught out in the open. Jibber's sleeping on this Stewart. He's gonna go in for this. He surely has to keep up the. He has to time his shots, go stationary, and keep going. There we go. There's the first one. But he's nice 2 kills there. Good work.
No Fusiliers, so he has 2 doctrines with Fusiliers. This is why I was so thinking he was going to pick Fusiliers for Jibber. And he's going Chad mode, no commander allowed. He's healed up his Volks, and getting a Raketten and an MG is not going to be quick enough to get the good old Puma out to counter the Stuart. So nice cut-off play there from Tom. Game 2 is live, folks. This is a live game. Anybody can win this one.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It actually feels like Tom's got a chance in this one. He's doing all right. He's getting his ambo out, getting these guys
He
healed
got
up.
caught cold a bit like Audley Harrison against Deontay Wilder, you know.
Oh
but-
yeah, he was just warming up, wasn't he? Yeah, that's right.
But luckily in Code 2 there's a second round, unlike Audley Harrison fights, but it is what it is.
Folks, Grenadiers behind the heavy cover. Stewart's got to be thinking there's something following up, and indeed there is. The Rakettenwerfer's going as fast as his little legs will carry him.
Well, he is sandblasting that truck with the Stuart, I tell you what, Bob. What is going on there? There's no damage at all to the Volks, but boom goes the truck. Bit of Michael Bay filming right there. There we go. Matt, double 50 cals, pretty painful to go against. What do you think? What do you think for Jibber? Like, he's gone mechanized, so he doesn't have a pooper gun for smoke.
Oh, I think, well, this 50 cal here is being killed by the Stern Pioneers, so that's not having the best time. Oh, and Folks Grenadier is going to come in for the steal. Lieutenant's been reduced to 3 men. Oh, Jibber, you naughty man.
He's going to go for the Faust instead, or just go back for the
He's going to
50
do
cal?
both.
I think he should. Oh, he got greedy and tried to go for both. He's got to put it away,
Grenades
though.
teched. Oh, and he gets it back.
Tech saving the day. Did somebody say Devam? And it's a loop, it's not a Puma. Oh, this is a proper doozy game. This is good.
Somebody say that, man. That's funny. Right.
Well, that was a nice early nade tech, mate. You got to give it to him.
Yeah.
It's the only way he was getting that MG back there.
Shades of Devem right there.
Devam taking notes more like. That was class. Got the wipe with it.
Oh, love it.
Kubal's still alive though. Worrying for Tom, because up to 5 kills now.
Yeah.
This little pest has.
Oh, it's going to hit the mine though.
Uh-oh. Oh, spoke too soon. He tried to suicide to kill the squad. It might just work. The MG still got it on the retreat path. It's 7,000 IQ play here from Jibber. But no, it doesn't wipe the rifle. Loses the King Kubal. And Prince Luke's is on his way.
Make ready to move.
Right then.
Picking a
Where are
Luke's
we at
into
in
a
this game?
Steward,
'Cause
though.
to me, it's, as you say, it looks wide open. Victory point's been capped in the south. Tomakaze's bunching up in the centre.
Lobbed a nade over the helping hand shack there as well, so cheeky here from Tom. I like this. See the rageometer's building.
His ultimate meat is going to go for the
Soon
flying
he'll be at
headbutt to the
optimum
groin.
rage capacity.
Oh, rifles have been caught out in the open. The Lukes is going in for them. One more salvo and it could be a dead rifle. There it is. Squad wipe in
And
Jibber's
the late
favour.
retreats, the age-old nemesis. Rears its ugly head again, and that Steward is long gone. Sayonara, King Steward.
Oh no.
Short reign today, short reign. And suddenly Luke's into a Steward seems okay.
Okay.
One rifle left for Tom. He does have a lot of manpower. Hasn't teched for the old Major yet. Does he rebuild the Steward? Watching chat.
He's going for another Luke's at this point. Jibber's hoping to finish this game off early. First game was 17 minutes and 10 seconds. He wants a quicker one this time. These two Panzer IIs are good. No, he's going to go for a Puma instead.
That was rough stuff. He killed the stern pies. Jibber took the piss a bit, stayed too long. It was great targeting from Tom. He just focused on that squad and nothing else. Took him out. 300 manpower loss for Jibber in the early game. But he just went from strength to strength, somehow capping the whole map with a Kubel and a bit of a Volk blob.
The Kubel play was fantastic by Jibber. Really good stuff.
It's that bullet and I'm down on you. 5% fast acceleration, 4% increased movement speed, ain't no joke.
Ready to deploy.
Oh, cutting off of a racket. Come on, come on. This is just rubbing it in now. Good minds though from Tom, picking up a Kubel with one and a couple of Volks with the other on the west flank. Meanwhile, Puma did come out and it doesn't have to face anything, so not the double Luke's delight from Jibber.
First Grenadiers cap the fuel and are forced away in super quick time. 50 cals under pressure here because we've got First Grenadiers with the Sturmgewehrs on retreat. Well, that's
but when you got the unit preservation of not the top tier players, what can you do? What can you do? Because you know you have to go cap the map. He's
yeah,
lost
it's so difficult. You know what I mean? Co's such a finely balanced mechanical game. It's all about applying pressure whilst also being consistent in your preservation. It's so difficult to balance.
Yeah.
When you're playing on hotel internet, it makes it even worse. When you're playing against a monstrous Jibber Jabber Jobber who's improved to very high standards, it's even worse as well. And Hans, by the way, Helping Hans is scouting in chat. Of course, he hopes to beat a Zilligath today, and he'll be facing Jibber tomorrow afternoon. So he's scouting right now.
A lot of Volk damage though here. Luke's can get taken down by 50 cal with AP rounds loaded. Flamers on the rear echelons, nice, and a double AT gun from Tom, so oof. In a roundabout way, we got to the meta. Second Luke's though from Jibber, he's just going all in on the mechanized delight. Doesn't have healing. So has to keep dropping off the crates, that is the annoyance of OKW.
Yeah, look at that 50 cal dude in the north. He's been an annoyance himself. He just went and put the 50 cal outside Tomakaze's base.
50 cal so potent, so quick to suppress, but easily flankable. That's their trade-off. What's your favorite MG in the game, Matt?
Least favorite's the Vickers. I hate the Vickers with a passion. I despise it.
What is that one in the building shooting you from its own base?
Yeah, there's that, but I mistime how much damage it does to everything else because it looks like any other of the normal MGs. It sounds like it.
Hits like a truck, yeah.
Yeah, it like eats up everything I don't expect it to eat up. So I hate the Vickers. Did you ask me what my least favorite was? Because I just hate the Vickers.
Your most favorite, but doesn't matter. At least we know it's not Vickers then.
Well, if you were asking me about which one I hated, I would definitely say the Vickers.
Gotta love a good Vet 5 MG34 though.
No, genuinely though, my favourite would be the Dushka. I love the Dushk.
Oh, yeah. AP ammo as well.
Yeah.
For free, I think, or do you? It does cost some munitions, I think.
It does. But you can drop them from the sky. I like that. It's pretty tasty. Nice manpower saving for Soviets.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see the ability balance in Co 3, like because allies just seem to have lots of abilities per unit in Co 2. Ooh, as a major's getting his face shot off by Sturmgewehrs, that's not a good mix. Here we go, man. Back to the game. Captain, AT gun, a zooked up lieutenant. What more could you want as USF? Luke's having to go on hold fire to survive, whilst Tomakaze blows 110 munitions on
Pyrotechnics. That's his entrance pyro, dude.
Yeah, he's just 16 minutes late.
Yeah, exactly. Missed time. Needs to fire the pyrotechnic.
Full Vietnam roleplay there. Tried to napalm the map instead of taking the points. Oh, nade onto the vault. Oh, wasn't quite on the retreat path. Unlucky there from Tom.
Tango's in.
All out aggression now from Jibber. What can you do against 2 Lukes?
He just wants to get to 110 fuel, but Jibber does not want to allow him to get there.
Tom had a perfect window where the steward was up and there was not enough fuel for Jibber to go to the Puma. That was Tom's timing window. And I think if you took a couple of years back, Tomakaze would have potentially closed out this game with his wild and wonderful style, but just a bit out of practice now. I think he would even admit himself.
Yeah, he's just hoping that Jibber expects this to be over and takes his foot off the gas.
But if you need a 4v4 Chad to go straight up the middle of Red Bull, Tom's your man, folks.
Oh, the 2 little Luke's brothers getting peppered by the M1, which is about to be decrewed. Hits Vet 2 and instant decrew. Look at the stars running off the map.
Oh, recruit.
Yeah.
AT gun's still alright. Good to go. Just having one rifleman though is pretty rough because there's so many light vehicles, but you've only got 1 spare, man. It's like
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's
ultimate
really tough.
whack-a-mole.
He's going double Puma now, double Luke's.
Look where the lieutenant is, and look where the mine is. Wow. Now that's fate. He's trying to shoot the mine, I think, is Jibber.
Yes, he is. He's so close as well.
Yeah, I can read him. I've played Jibber before. I've played him.
There you go. Well spotted, Ed.
Dirty, dirty tactics.
Rakettenwerfer's pushing up, sacrificing himself to the gods.
Oh, Luke's might not be able to clear out this AT gun in time.
No,
One
he
Luke
isn't.
down.
And the Rakettenwerfer's down. He's getting greedy. He's getting silly. He's getting complacent.
Oh no, could be losing a 50 cal here though. For Tom. Totally not biased at all here. I know what it sounds like for and another mine. 2 mines on 1 VP. Yikes. Can't get enough of them. Lieutenant does remember to retreat. That's a good anti-brain FK from Tomakaze there. Caught that one. It's still exciting than that. That's the great thing with these 2 styles. Is Tom is so wild that you just don't know what's gonna happen. And
Do you have any brochures or leaflets she can hand out about Tom? The Church of Tomonology, perhaps, or?
Alright, it's just refreshing to see Jibber and play against somebody who's not, just an auto match.
I know what you
champ,
mean.
and it's nice when you see real
He's not Quiritz, yeah.
styles.
Had many Jibber
it's been
versus
good all
Quiritz
this time.
confrontations this year. They were interesting at times. Some went very,
Was
very
it
long.
Orange Pest that had a trouble with Quiritz or something, or they had a good old matchup?
Rivalry, yeah, but Jibber and Quiritz had like 5 series, tournament series this year.
Yeah, Jibber just gone from strength to strength for the last, I'd say, year and a half.
Definitely. He's really
All he
taking
needed
it
was a
seriously,
global
yeah.
pandemic, and now he's got god-tier K2 skills. What can he do?
He came from the community though, originally just a Twitch chat viewer, just like Elpern used to be, and slowly built up his capabilities. And now he's contending for the most prestigious tournament title in K2 history, the GCS Round.
I still have PTSD from Jibber practicing his Panzergren strats against me, popping them out of a half track when you least expect it with
Oh, he
double
loves that one,
Shreks.
yeah.
Ooh, Luke's taking a hit there from these AT guns of the USF. They're the fastest shooting in the West, and it's tough with light vehicles keeping them all alive.
Really is.
I don't know why Tom's using his AT guns as frontline infantry though. That's a bold strategy.
He didn't have enough munitions for a grenade from the lieutenant there. He's clearly thinking about it, but now he's just got to rely on their damage, those carbines and SMG, and that's a big shot there, pushing them away. MG hurting them on the retreat path as the folks gun them down. And Jibber's looking to finish this off on victory points. He's got an MG34 in the east. He's looking for a triple cap in the next couple of seconds.
He's doing the Tyson Fury one hand behind his back as well, because he's got 2 Volks fully healed up, just idling in base for the last 2 minutes, Matt. So
Yeah,
this
he's
could have
making
been a whole lot worse for Tom, but Jibber, I don't know whether it's momentarily lapse in concentration or just Dutch defiance.
Oh, that Puma just backed its ass into Helping Hands' streaming shack there, causing a lot of damage and destruction. There'll be no more.
He's got insurance. Big claims on Amelie Fields. Oh, here we go. 50 cal does have to leave for Jibber. That is going to be a mid VP for Tomakaze. But here come the Volks. They finally remembered what life was all about. Gotta go out and wreck it for everybody else.
50 cals now re-emerging, looking to go toe-to-toe with their machine and Gewehr foe. Here come those first grenadiers that are very well rested.
Tomakaze nearing the manpower for medium. Let's go. You know it, man. It's coming. The old sleazy 8.
Major unleashed artillery there, I believe, at this last action.
How unfriended would Tomakaze be if he just went Scots now? Oh, loses an M1.
Yeah, M1 caught out in the open. This is a great. I wondered why the folks were going north. It was to take out these M1 AT guns that were way out of position. They're just trying to get into position now, and they're going to be absolutely decommissioned. In fact, he could take out the first one and then destroy the other. Take both of them if he wanted. This easy.
Oh no, he's going to salvage them. Oh my god.
That's nasty.
Oh, the 2-man score. Come on.
Oh, man.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh.
If you want to see Nerdling rage, Matt, just don't salvage anything as OKW when you stream.
Oh, they
You'll
hate
get
it.
So many people raging at you. Oh my god! Why don't you salvage the enemy KT wreck in the middle of their base? Which would never happen, but you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
Enemy KT as OKW must have been an abandon, but there will be no abandons here because it is tourney mode.
That's right.
Yeah, good. Alright, just making sure.
You've only cast like every tourney mode tournament in the last 3 years.
I see Bao and Shan, he's always tinkering. The jagged teeth of the Sleazy 8, here we go. Gets a nice hit on the schnars of the Puma. Bounces the Puma around.
Yeah, more push in though, and there's a lot not going for this Easy 8, forcing it away. Over here comes the captain. Pumas keep going.
Good targeting from Tom though, takes out 1 Puma. Ha ha ha. What about second Puma? Rifleman's it's gonna be a while till 10 more seconds till they got another 18 aid, folks. So, ooh, well, 1 Puma's 1 Puma. I'll take that.
Yeah, Jibber's getting a Rakettenwerfer. He should have stolen an AT gun here. He's clearly memeing a little bit in this game. Maybe just really likes Rakettenwerfers. Probably the first person to ever say that.
USF actually getting some sort of fuel income though. Feels good. Might have a fair and balanced Fox News gameplay here coming up, folks. Second Raketten though, Matt. Eee, and an Ober. An Ober versus 1 Rifleman. Oh, this could be rough.
I mean, well, what's going well for Tomakaze, as you say, is he's got a decent-ish fuel at the moment, and that he's got 95 and he's 140. So if he can just keep his first Easy 8 alive and keep 1 victory point alive, maybe he can start getting 2 Easy 8s going for him, and we know how powerful that is.
True.
I'm not suggesting
But there's a
he's
will,
gonna win
there's
this.
a way, and Tomakaze has one hell of a will. He will not give up easy, folks. Vet 3 Flamethrower rear echelons as well. Hell of repair speed and a 5-man squad, so all helps out. Major might go down.
No, he'll be alright.
Ooh, even upgraded the 50 cal onto the old M4 A3 E8 Sherman Easy 8 tank.
These American naming conventions, they needed Churchill to help them out. Ooh, big grenade on the Obers, reducing them to one man. That could be big. It's an expensive score, but meanwhile the Easy 8's been absolutely nuked.
Snared and teared apart. That was a hero's death for the Sleazy 8 there. Tomakaze, it's been emotional, as Vinnie Jones would say. But it's been emotionless from Jibber and just completely systematically broken down his opponent. You have to just commend his gameplay and sheer commitment to have no life and play KO2 every day, all day.
I think he's played.
And that's what it takes.
Although you're obviously in the Tomakaze camp, I think Jibber's played this one in good spirit. He's had a bit of fun.
Yeah, definitely.
He told Tomakaze what his best commander was because Tomakaze said, what should I veto? Hey Jibber, what's your best commander?
That's good that the boys can play it in good faith, and yeah, as all the people that kind of poo-poo the KO2 community, I think it's still one of the best out there. From what I've seen.
Definitely. And as Vector says, clearly seal clubbing, but you can't spell seal clubbing without clubbing, like, you know, having a party, dancing, having fun. And that's what Tomakaze's all about.
Yes,
Jibber in this case.
Lieutenant lifting that bazooka back home to base. Vet 3 Lieutenant sprinted everywhere for fun. Gets home. Safe.
Just about. Will he be able to pitch for the next innings or however baseball works? You ever watched baseball, Ed?
Unfortunately, yes, once in Cuba. Cubans love baseball nearly as much as the Americans. Yeah, or probably more.
How
So
come they don't
we're
play
like,
in
okay,
the
we'll
World
watch a
Series
baseball
then?
game. And then like 9 hours later, it's still. The only game, I would probably be a good baseballer with my fat ass. I think it's the only
Yeah,
sport.
you need a bit of punch, don't you?
Captain gets sniped like a
Oh, did he?
president
Okay.
from the vetted MG34. I know
Played
you've
to the
given
end
up
as
hope,
well,
Matt, but
and
there's
he
still
got to
3
30
groups.
minutes in this one. That's good.
Yeah, to be fair, I never saw the 30-minute mark in GCS3, so he's done way better than I ever would have. As expected, though. Tom's a top player, folks, and an old, wily player. Started out when KO2 started out, so Jibber Jabber looking this good against someone of that caliber just shows the strength of the player.
Yeah, it
And
really
I
does.
think he may even give Love Nest quite a few problems if he gets that far.
Assuming
But
he gets past helping
yeah,
hands,
few
indeed.
people in the way and helping hands. You see that micro when he kicks into helping hands mode. We'll never know. But Tomakaze, GG's, and well played to Jibber here.
Oh, here we
Doesn't
go,
matter.
as I
Yeah.
picked that up for some reason. The brackets are here. There they are. And Ed, commiserations to Tomakaze, a true GCS warrior.
A tear for Tomakaze, but not in vain. He did his best, and that game 2 showed more what he's about. That crazy style of just absolute madness prevailing, and even Jibber had to kind of reel it in a bit because he got a bit too cocky with his first Pioneers, losing them. But great games, they were much fun. The first game was caught cold. It happens a lot, especially when people aren't playing tourneys that often, I think. Happened to myself and maybe Vector as well. But you know, you don't get much chance to feel out your opponent. That first engagement is everything in an RTS. So it's very unforgiving out there. But yeah, a great series nonetheless, especially game 2, and it sets Jibber up for the winner of Helping Hands and Azilagath, which people are saying low-key mutings of Azilagath not being a pushover, Matt. So I don't know. Could have a game 3 of this best of 3 coming up, which would be nice. but we'll see. Perhaps I can take off my NBA jersey now in hope that Tom pulled out a Matumbo-esque performance. But it's been good fun. I hope you
Alright,
enjoyed it
dudes.
as well, Matt. Did you
Yeah,
like seeing
yeah.
some off-meta stuff at least for once?
Yeah, it was pretty tasty. Jibber obviously playing a bit sillily at times, and Tomakaze being a bit more solid in that second game, nearly made it interesting. So yeah, it was good. Hans versus Zilligath
Savage.
is up next. We're gonna go on a 5-minute break, and I'm just happy that Tomakaze is coming to GCS3 because he's been to all the others and he wore the US suit. So I just want to see it there in person yet again. It's like a staple of the event at this point.
Yeah, it's been a huge supporter of the cause, and Lyconius as well, who came over for the previous ones. And fun fact, folks, me, Tom, and Lyconius were going to go rip it up in Vietnam for a month or so, but the good old COVID-19 settled in early 2020, so
Oh,
scrapped that plans. But yeah, they're great folks, they're great players, and good fun to play any game with online. And yeah, much appreciated. So well played to Tom and his efforts this morning from a hotel. He said, Matt, as well. Like, look at that for commitment. He's on holiday probably somewhere, and still manages to play his tournament games. But yeah, helping hands and Zilligath, though, our attention turns to next. And Matt, what do you reckon with old Jamesy boy for this one? Do you think the UK fighting pride has still got it? Because we don't have Isildur carrying the flag in this one.
Ed, say heads or tails.
I won twice with heads against Loveness, so heads.
Okay, it was heads.
Let's
Ozil,
go 3 times,
choose
2-headed coin.
First,
Never mind.
family, X-Roads, Famon, Nexus. I'm sick of typing this shit.
Matt doing a bit of tourney admin here, folks.
Yeah, we're going to go on a break, guys. We'll be back in 5 minutes with the game. Speak to you in a little bit. Cheers.